Good morning, everyone. Before today's presentation, I would like to start with a question. Any one of you would know the idea of sustainability? Please raise your hand. Well, okay, both yes and no. So let's start with the basics. What is sustainability? Sustainability is actually the ability to sustain. It seems to be a very simple idea. However, the problem is, how are we going to do it? So here we present our sustainability model, in which we focus on enhancement of the environment. And this alone can bring us a great amount of benefits in terms of people's benefit and also in terms of economic benefits. And these two are going to be our sustainability model, and this is the vision of our eco-community, smart green community. Our smart green actually represents a mission, which is with smart energy efficient technology, management and design. And these three are going to bring us profitable and livable green environment. And this kind of mission we've covered in the following aspects: planning, residential, and also consumption, and lastly, recreational area. And these three, firstly, I'll introduce the planning part. Please, Michelle.
Thank you, Valerie. So first, the first thing we're going to introduce is the overall planning of our town. So our town is, we have chosen the spiderweb community, which is interconnected. With the high connectivity community, the roads and path networks are well connected with numerous intersections. This constructs a formalized central space, so the residents can gain access to the community service more easily. In order to achieve the high accessibility in every corner of our town, the community is linked both externally and internally. In the external aspect, our town is linked with the outside community by the electric bus. We provide routes to connect with the Zhongshan downtown, Samzhong Tongdou, and the Sanmao Titlu, so that the residents can travel to the surrounding infrastructure more efficiently. For the internal aspect, we try to promote the use of bicycle. We create the user-friendly cycling path and numerous bicycling stations around the town, so that the people can gain access to every corner. So the accessibility is highly enhanced. So for sure, there are many advantages for such a high connectivity community. In order to make such a high connectivity community, people can enjoy efficient traveling by having more route options. This community provides high resilience and, most importantly, high accessibility. Well, actually, this model can create can help to save costs. Why? A study conducted in the US proved that in a complete and connected network, people will tend to walk or bike instead of driving. So with the reduction of motor car usage, we save costs in terms of the energy costs, air pollution costs, and noise pollution. Apart from joining the inner area with bicycle, we highly encourage walking. With the high connectivity we created, the walkability of the eco-community is greatly enhanced. Walkability is the friendliness of walking. Well, we realized that the most important elements in the friendliness of walking is the lighting. So we present you the new lighting design in our town, the solar tree. Solar tree tries to mimic the tree patterns by portraying the natural tree. It captures maximum amount of sunlight in the daytime and illuminates the whole town by the LED lighting. So the people can enjoy walking as it provides optimum lighting and with the aesthetic purpose, so they can gain the comfortability throughout the town. So I'll pass the time to Tony to talk about another part.
Thank you, Michelle. Here's come to the idea towards living. we will propose a tailor-made smart house scheme. So what is smart house? Picture in the slide can show you the example. The smart house can make good use of the high-tech appliances that can decrease the consumption of energy and also the emission of pollutants. So the scheme will first establish the professional consulting teams, which can suggest you a smart design of the houses and increase the synergy of different devices into the house. They will play an active role that they can suggest you the best ideas to the customer in the smart house. So here's the mechanism of the scheme. Firstly, the teams will acquire the customer needs. So after they can acquire the needs, they can start research and also propose a suitable plan to the customers. So after the proposal, and residents can choose according to their means and also their needs. Finally, of course, is the implementation of the scheme. So in the slide, you can see some of the examples of environmental friendly devices that can be applied in the smart house, which can fully fulfill the desire of the customers. Therefore, every smart house can be unique. Now, we come to the most important part, the benefits of the scheme. Let's talk about the social cost first. People can, of course, enjoy the reduced value of the electricity bills because they can reduce the consumption of energy. Besides, of course, they can have the enjoyment of using the high-tech appliances. The more important is that because the scheme is people-oriented, so that the scheme can be fulfill the desire. And now we come to the revenue model. The first income will be the consultation fee from providing the ideas for the smart house. After the installation, we believe that we can help them to decrease the electricity bills. Then finally, the scheme will charge them the commission on them from part of the cost saved from the bills in the first few years. Now I will pass to Valerie, and she will talk about the shopping part.
So here comes to my part, shopping mall. This is a greenhouse shopping mall which enhances the whole structure of a shopping mall, whole structure of a greenhouse. This is not a conventional shopping mall which always emphasizes on the point of consumerism. We enhance the new trend of shopping mall, which is the eco shopping mall. This is the focuses on the appreciation to the nature. So in this part, we can see from the design, what do I mean by appreciation to nature? From the structure, we can see a see-through glass structure which maximizes the use of natural lighting. And secondly, with large amount of vegetation, we can provide a more enjoyable shopping experience. So we both appreciate the benefits and beauty of trees. And here we present you that trees can provide a high energy performance. Here with the thermal regulation and noise reduction. As that, you may not notice, one tree actually equals to 10 room-size air conditioning. And also, with that position nearby the railway station, the shopping mall is placed next to the railway station so that there will be a lot of noise pollution. We need to reduce that noise pollution by 40% by the trees solely. So that is a great amount of beauty of the tree. And together with the cooperation with synergy to the nearby facilities such as the school facilities, we educate their students on the operation and management of our greenhouse mall. And also we put much emphasis on the appreciation to nature by showing us how to conserve the environment in this greenhouse mall. So with all these, we can provide benefits to both the people part and also to the revenue part. The people part will provide a great eco-shopping experience and also eco-education for the next generation. Also, secondly, for the revenue part, we maximize the usage of natural resources such as lighting and even the trees. These can also improve the energy efficiency and lower our electricity bills. So pass the time to Alex to talk more about the cyclic agriculture.
And now it comes to our recreational part of our community, cyclic agriculture. Cyclic agriculture is a breakthrough, and this is a brand new system consists of two parts. The first one is the food waste to fertilizer scheme, and the second one is the organic gardening campaign. as its name is cyclic, is of course a closed system that consists of the transformation for fertilizer, food, and food waste, and they will act like a cycle and provide a sustainable system. For the first part, is a food waste to fertilizer. We have an ultimate aim that we can achieve waste to energy. That we reduce the amount of food waste and convert the remaining usable energy into useful fertilizer for farming. To do that, we first collect food waste systematically from the household unit, and it is transferred to the recycling campaign and is then transformed into fertilizer. And lastly, we will provide internally to our organic gardening and externally to sell to the other local farms. And the position of the recycling station is a perfect match to our community. It is stayed at the corner part. That is away from the people, and also it can also add a sound barrier to the lower part of the high rail station. For the second part is about an organic gardening campaign. We plan to use 5 to 10% of area in the community to act as a farmland. It's like a photo shown on the right. That is some farming blocks that we will rent to the resident as a reasonable price, and we hope that people can farm there and enjoy green living style and family gathering. And the gardening is stayed at the central part to ensure high accessibility for daily visit. In Hong Kong, there is actually a similar campaign that is quite visible and is quite popular, as the occupation rate of those farmlands is always 100%, and they share a similar market target with our community, a family unit. So with these great benefits provided to the people, it gives them great benefits and incentive for them to join this. And it also provides sustainable earning from the rent and also the sale of the fertilizer. And all of this with a closed loop system can achieve a workable system that you can earn in the long run, and you don't need to worry about the cost. And now I will pass to Michelle to say about the environmental impact of our community.
So remember, we created a model combining the sustainability aspect and environmental impact. Apart from the sustainability, we believe that the environmental impact plays an essential role. When we talk about the environmental impact, we follow the energy management model, that is saving, creation, and regeneration of energy. For energy saving, we make reference of the smart house in Japan, created by the Panasonic. It is suggested with all the high-tech technology involved in the house, it can reduce 60% of the carbon emission. So a smaller scale of different tailor-made smart houses in our eco-community can estimate to reduce such an emission to 30 to 40%. For bicycle, as the interconnected community emphasize on the reduction of motor cars, it lowers the carbon footprint and eliminates the pollution. The US Census has estimated that people decided to bike will reduce total emission of 6%. For the energy creation, the solar panel on the solar tree captures sunlight and generates electricity. It completely eliminates the use of electricity from the ordinary street lights. So the street lights can generate 10 watts per hour, so that the whole town can generate an enormous amount of energy.
So for a short summary, that is, a smart green town actually promotes a philosophy in that we are people-oriented, and also we've discussed about the feasibility in terms of money saving and energy saving. And that is going to build a very sustainable community among Chong-san, and hopefully the model for the world to follow. Thank you.
We now have the Q&A session.
Any questions to follow up? Yes.
I love the idea of the spider web and interconnectedness and the focus on the social mobility of the people within the community, with the bikes, the walking road, the bike paths, and everything else. What I noticed with the solar tree, all of those things seem to be contributing towards a better connectedness between people inside, right? It seems like you're building a good, friendly community. When I look at the solar tree, what I see is seats where everyone is facing outward, which seems like that would be a hard way to have a conversation. How can you address how you can connect, with the mobility of people being able to walk and bike and see each other, to how do they actually get together? Is there anything about your design where people can actually socialize and build their social networks in ways that you think is that contributes well to the sustainability of the?
Well, thank you for your question. I think your meaning of your question is about the connectivity between the community in person to person, right? And I think that part should be mentioned in the accessibility towards the central area, because within the central area, the community can concentrate on it. And that also for the part of solar trees, the problem of facing outward, actually, that is not the main, although that is not the major focus of our solar tree. The solar tree focus is on the energy conservation and energy creation. And also, we also want to focus on the point of walkability, which is for the community to enjoy the way of walking along the streets, along the way to the different parts of the community. Within that, we encourage walking so that the community we can gather more people on the streets. That is maybe a part for answering your question, to get the people together. Yes, through the walkability and the easy access to the central area. Perhaps any more? Yes?
I have a question. So you mentioned the consulting that would be responsible for implementing the smart house scheme, correct? So does that mean every occupant would have an option to participate and pay for consulting? Did I understand that correctly? I wasn't quite sure who is paying for the consulting.
All right. Sorry for our nervousness for speaking. Actually, yes. For the consulting firm, Tony is responsible for it. Maybe I pass the time for him.
Okay, thank you for your questions. Actually, for the consulting team, and every resident in the Agile can actually enjoy these kind of services. It's because I know that nowadays people actually don't know how to really save energy in the house. So I think these services will be an unprecedented service to the customer that provide them a new way to create a smart house to decrease their energy consumption.
So actually, I've just asked a follow-up. So that means the residential areas or houses, buildings will be not smart, and it's an opt-in for the occupants to hire a consultant to make it a smart house. Do I understand that correctly? Or are the buildings built to be smart from the get-go?
Maybe I can have one point to supplement that. Actually, the smart house scheme is actually building on the original construction. We do have the orientation of all the houses to build a very energy saving. Although we can include that in our presentation, but we did consider that. And the smart house consultation service is actually building on that part. From the fundamental part that we do have energy saving, and then to accommodate the customer needs, we also provide the service of consultancy. so that they can further reduce their energy emission together and satisfy their needs, their own needs, so that we can gain the commission from the later years.
Time's up. Thank you, Smart Green.